camps, determining who needs to be indoctrinated, and on, all part of this Department of Defense document for internment and resettlement specialists. So it refers to in the document, deceives, that's displaced citizens or civilian internees. It talks about things like implementing policies, quote, within U.S. territory. What we have here is the camps we've been sold under the guise of the war on terror now being legitimized for use with American citizens as they pass the National Defense Authorization Act, authorizing the indefinite detention of even American citizens without any due process. This is a slippery slide into tyranny, and these detainment camps are, of course, the end of the road for anything we can consider to be freedom. It's based on North Korean models, Soviet Gulag models, Nazi concentration camp models, and more, and they're really looking to bring it here.
I have 2 words for you: predator drones. You will never see it coming.
All collectivist systems eventually deteriorate into a police state because it's the only way you can hold it together.
My friendship with Nick Rockefeller was one where we expressed ideas to each other, thoughts and philosophies, and he wanted me to become part of what they were doing, and for me to become a member of the CFR. And I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal was to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the elite people controlling the world.
They talked about Pat running for president, and if he did that, I would be very supportive.
And see, that's the whole thing. That's the goal. I had some stuff on
the secret order, and a lot of people don't know. Even President Obama, a lot of people say, well, where did he come from? But he's a part of Skull and Bones.
Yeah, but
mostly all the presidents that have been presidents are part of that secret order.
Well, if you remember when Bush was running against, what was his name? Kerry.
Kerry, yeah.
All right, he was running against Kerry. Both of them were members of Skull and Bones. And they were cousins. So that's why he didn't fight. Right, that's why he didn't fight.
All presidents are related.
Yeah.
All of
them,
including
Obama, through his mother.
They're all related.
Yeah, through his mother. But now, I'm going to show you something real quick, because I know we're running short on time, but I wanted to get to this part. I never get through half of the stuff that I have to show you, but I want you to see this. How many of you have ever heard of the Ubermensch? The Ubermensch. All right, we're going to learn about the Ubermensch.
We know the Ubers are called car rides.
Oh, Lord.
Probably a symptom of approaching senility, but I must confess I really don't appreciate this morbid humor.
But the humor was unintentional.
You're not serious about these theories.
Of course he is.
So you're both pulling my leg.
No, why do you think that?
Well, rather, the notion that murder is an art which a few superior beings should be allowed to practice.
In season.
Now, I know you're not serious.
But I am. I'm a very serious fellow.
Then may I ask, who is to decide that human being is inferior and is therefore a suitable victim for murder?
The few who are privileged to commit murder.
And just who might they be?
Oh, myself. Philip. Possibly Rupert.
Hmm.
Well, I'm sorry, Kenneth, you're out.
Gentlemen, I'm serious.
So are we, Mr. Kentley. The few are those men of such intellectual and cultural superiority that they're above the traditional moral concepts. Good and evil, right and wrong, were invented for the ordinary average man, the inferior man, because he needs them.
All right. Yeah, this is deep. This is heavy.
Nietzsche and his theory of the Superman.
So this came from Nietzsche. All right, he was a philosopher, but it came before him because he got it from somebody else. All right, but the Ubermensch means the Superman. Okay, so when you see the Superman movies, this is what it's based on: the Ubermensch. Okay, the Superman, meaning that man would become God. All right. Now, if you listen to him, he's don't think they're under the law. Right. They don't think they're under the law. But this is one of the belief systems of the elite. They feel that man will become God, that they will become God. All right?
Hitler.
Hitler was a paranoid savage. His supermen, all fascist supermen, were brainless murderers. I'd hang any who were left. But then you see, I'd hang them first for being stupid. I'd hang all incompetents and fools anyway. There are far too many in the world.
Then perhaps you should hang me, Bradley Franklin, because I'm so stupid I don't know whether you're all serious or not. But in any case, I'd rather not hear any more of your, forgive me, contempt for humanity.
Oh, no. No. Rupert, I couldn't believe it was true. Rupert, please. Please, what? Listen to me. Just listen. Let me explain. Explain to you? Think you can explain that? Yes, to you I can. Because you'll understand. Understand? Rupert, remember the discussion we had before with Mr. Kentley? Yes. Remember we said the lives of inferior beings are unimportant? Remember we said, we've always said, you and I, that moral concepts of good and evil and right and wrong don't hold for the intellectually superior. Remember, Rupert? Yes, I remember. Well, that's all we've done. That's all Philip and I have done. He and I have lived what you and I have talked. I knew you'd understand, because you have to, don't you see? You have to. Brandon, until this very moment, this world and the people in it have always been dark and incomprehensible to me. And I've tried to clear my way with logic and superior intellect. And you've thrown my own words right back in my face, Brandon. You were right, too. If nothing else, a man should stand by his words. But you've given my words a meaning that I never dreamed of. And you've tried to twist them into a cold, logical excuse for your ugly murder. Well, they never were that, Brandon. And you can't make them that. There must have been something deep inside you from the very start that let you do this thing. But there's always been something deep inside me that would never let me do it. And would never let me be a party to it now. What do you mean? I mean that tonight you've made me ashamed of every concept I ever had of superior or inferior beings. And I thank you for that shame. Because now I know that we are each of us a separate human being, Brandon. With the right to live and work and think as individuals. But with an obligation to the society we live in. By what right do you dare say that there's a superior few to which you belong? By what right did you dare decide that that boy in there was inferior and therefore could be killed? Did you think you were God, Brandon? Is that what you thought when you choked the life out of him? Is that what you thought when you served food from his grave? Well, I don't know what you thought or what you are, but I know what you've done. You've murdered!
That's from the movie The Rope. It was an Alfred Hitchcock film.
The word?
The Rope. The Rope. Rope.
The birds?
Every night at 12 o'clock. No, about 12:30. Come on, every night. They showing that.
But see, the thing is this. What we have to realize is that when people are followers of Shaitan, they are capable of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Any and everything they're capable of. Because they have nothing to be fearful of or nothing to hold them in check. So that's why that lady, that's why she couldn't answer that ethical question. You know, she couldn't answer that because she thought it was right. She didn't care. She's going to do whatever she has no respect for the Creator.
I was sitting here trying to recall, after 9/11, there was the Patriot Act. And what people don't understand, because I sat on a committee to work with city council to make Patriot Act be repealed in Philadelphia, which it is the law across the United States. With the Patriot Act, we no longer have rights in terms of individual citizenship.
Right.
The police, the housing authority, all police are one. And they can roll on you. They no longer need a warrant to come into your house. They can detain you for years without ever charging you. And most people don't realize that is the law of the land now.
Right, but when, go ahead.
We have no rights after 9/11 and the Patriot Act.
Now, it's interesting that you said that because Obama, one of his campaign promises was that he was going to get rid of the Patriot Act. But what he did was strengthened it, and it became the NDAA. Right? So he made it stronger. He put it on steroids. So that shows you that there's no difference. You only have the illusion of choice.
They did away with the Constitution.
Right. Right. But that's what I'm telling you.
And people don't know that.
Right. They're trying to, they want to get rid of the Constitution. They want to destroy that Constitution because they want to be able to do whatever they want to do. And see, we don't know how much rope Allah is going to give them in order for them to hang themselves.
They're gonna hang.
Right? Oh yeah, they're definitely going to hang. But the thing is that we don't know how far they're going to go.
Or how many of us are they going to take out when
They're
they
gonna
go to the
sacrifice.
meantime?
Right. Now, let me see. The concept of the Superman, like I said, is very important because it helps you to begin to understand their belief system and, you know, why they can do these, you know, horrible things. I'll give you a quick example. Let me see. Go ahead. Somebody says,
Like the chip I keep, if you notice now, the bank board, you used to be able to swipe it. Now you have to stick the chip in it.
Right.
That's just the prelude to the trip that they're going to try to put in people.
Right.
Sooner or later, if you need medical or anything from the state, if you're on welfare or Social Security, it's going to be you get this chip. So we can automatically put your money in your account, blah, 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 blah. But then you're like a robot.
right. And the thing is, the guy said, Aaron Russo, the guy that was in that clip, he actually said that what they would do is, that the guy, the Rockefeller guy said that if you got out of line, all they would do is cut off your chip.
Yeah. And some people believe that even the people who are
well, that's another discussion. That's another discussion for us to have. Because you have to see how the game is played. Because like you said, after 9/11, that's when...
The Patriot Act
Right.
became law.
Now, the funny thing about it is they couldn't pass the Patriot Act before this. That was on they had been trying to pass the Patriot Act, but it wouldn't pass until after that attack happened.
Right. And those buildings were imploded. So they never should have let us see the projects get imploded because those buildings were straight down.
Straight down.
They were dynamited.
Right.
They weren't knocked over. They were imploded.
And then what did they do? Blamed it on
The Muslims.
right. And then that way they could create this endless war on terror because it will never end.
But let's not forget, when we fold the dollar, we seen both of the towers.
Right.
going down. And not only that, the Pentagon was blowed up. The same exact, when we folded that dollar.
Well, it's a $20 bill.
$20 bill. As soon as it went right where it blew, and it's right on your dollar.
You fold it like a plane. Yeah.
Well, last week on that program you were watching, Real, come on, name of it is Real.
Yeah.
And they talked about that last week. They said it's impossible for a plane to do that.
Right.
Those buildings were built to withstand an impact.
Right. Multiple planes.
Yes.
Also, at the same time, I had a brother who frequently goes to prison library, and I asked him to find out the year for the $20 bill when it came out, 1987. So everything that's on the dollar on that $20 bill was 13 years in advance.
Right. And see, you got to remember, I'll give you another, since it's Christmas time, we'll do this. My question is this. How many letters, no, what does Santa Claus say?
S-A-T-A-N-C.
No, I mean, what does he say?
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 right? Now, I want you to think about how many letters are in between the H and the O in the alphabet.
L-M-N-O, wait, H.
12, 12, 12.
H-I-J-K-L-M. H-I-J-K-L-M.
How many?
8.
Nope. How many letters in between the H and the O? Don't count the H and the O.
Oh, okay.
In between.
Okay.
It's 6. Now, right, because he says, ho, 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 how many times?
Yeah, 3.
3 times.
3, got you.
So 666 hidden within it. And this is the games that they play. A lot of stuff is hidden in plain sight. And they don't look at us as thinkers. Okay? So every time a person is saying, ho, 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 you're saying 666. Right. Because, like I said, a lot of the stuff is subliminal and it's hidden in plain sight.
You got all these nuts tattooing their faces.
Right.
So every time they say Santa, they say Satan.
Right. 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 So, I mean, and then when we talked earlier about the computer and that going back to the tree of knowledge, because that's basically what it is. You have the knowledge of either good or evil. It's whatever you use it for. But the thing is that when they released the first Apple computer, it was priced at $666.66. Okay? That's how much these people are into the occult, numerology. Okay?
I got a question to ask you. Now, I've been listening to a lot of ministers refer to speak on Facebook. And he elaborated on what you're talking about. And he talked about you don't realize what you're up against.
Right.
And what them people are doing. He talking about this.
Right. Well, the thing is, it's a lot of interesting things going on. I mean, especially in what they call the black conscious community, where they're teaching that they've fallen into some of these belief systems, these occultic belief systems, that man is God. Okay? Because he's even said that.
Huh?
He said that.
I know.
Okay? So the thing is that, we know that, there's only, one God, Allah, And there's people that believe the sun is God. Okay? So, it's deep. It's a lot of stuff that's beating down on the black community, and we had no idea. We don't have a clue. So, I mean,
they don't have a clue. But that's why we're so blessed. And another thing that they're doing, I'm always on conference calls the whole week. I'm always on conference calls. I'm on radio programs. And Metro never charged me for my conference calls. Because I have unlimited everything.
Unlimited information.
Now all of a sudden, now all of a sudden, you're charging me.
Wow.
Now I'm on a conference call the other day and it just clicks off. I'm like, really? So I called Metro. Oh, but that's your free space, your free you went over. I'm like, I got unlimited. How do I go over?
Right.
Unlimited. Oh well, it's changed, and they have their terminology, and they make sense of it. I'm like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, but with them, it's not going to, because they don't have any morals or values.
But look who they're working underneath of. Verizon, AT&T. Because then the big boy, they all rent from them.
Right.
Verizon, AT&T.
No
They
more
rent from.
conference calls.
So then the big boy.
No more conference calls. Well, that was like Bell Tel.
Yeah.
When they had a monopoly, they could shut down the government. Remember when all we had was Bell Tel?
Right.
And then they broke down, and it was a big stick with the government?
Yeah.
Because they were monopolized.
No, they had monopolized it, and it was something that the government didn't control. So I think it was, regulations they put on them. Yeah. But Beltel had power, but the government infiltrated that. They broke that down.
Split 'em up. Split 'em up.
It's deep.
My question is, what are we gonna do about it?
The thing is this.
Why are we?
It's a lot of work.
I mean, we have identified. We already know. We know everything. We know more than what they know.
Right.
So my question is, how much more time are we gonna waste on not doing nothing besides being the best consumers, the best, the herd people? You heard that, you know, so Benjamin Malal taught all that. I mean, how much longer are we gonna?
Well, it's funny.
Let the people sit here and just
see the,
know all this and continue to do the same thing.
What you said, the herd people, y'all should look like a herd of cattle. Just following blindly.
Well, they talk you giving, it should be addressed on the children.
right. Well, see, the thing is this.
Well, what are we gonna do? Ask, please, tell me, what are we gonna do?
Biblically, it says, my people die because of lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
And the one thing is, many of us are not informed. I mean, I talk to, you know, we're just living this life. And we don't fight. That's dumb and blind. And the thing is that you have to start opening eyes to people so that they can start to see what's going on. So that you can.
So how do we reverse what we've been doing in terms of, we hit on good points with recommendations about telling the different adult leaders that's here. We have a madrasa program here. We got about 3 different programs that's going on. So we got parents of these children that bring them in here. The next time that you come here, I would love to see this whole room is filled with people that we've had invited to come to get the knowledge that needs to be fed to the, you know, to the parents, so that the parents know what's going on with their children, because everything you say is true, the parents don't know. So there's no need of talking to the kids, because the kids got to go home and deal with what's going on there.
And also, what you have to remember too, that life is about what you do.
Exactly.
And always remember that, because you can keep pushing and these people might never respond. The thing is that, you know, we have to attempt, because Allah tells us that He won't change the condition of the people until they attempt to change it themselves. So we have to put forth effort, you know, and inshallah with effort, then maybe things can change, but the thing, you can't know.
That's the whole thing, no. And then Allah blessed Martin Luther King to come. Then our people say, yay, you know, we got a savior. Then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came. Well, first the Panthers, the Black Panthers. We black and we proud. Then, you know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad come. Now, you know, do for self. And then Malcolm. And then, then you got then you got all these great people, and every time our people go right back to sleep.
Well, we can't have
they
one
wake
leader.
up.
We cannot have one leader, because once you have one leader, you eliminate the leader, you eliminate the struggle.
Well,
okay? We have to deprogram, and we have to realize one of the things we did in the homeless union in Philadelphia, when I was homeless in the 80s, we made multiple leaders. We let everybody know your house is a headquarters. We let everybody house. Everybody became a leader. We can no longer have that one eye, so when they pluck that out, we back blind.
Well, see, the thing is this. We're always waiting for a savior. And the savior lives within you. Because all Allah asks for us is righteous conduct. Okay? So no matter what happens, look at how many people have died waiting for a savior. The savior is within you. Live righteously. That's all Allah tells us to do, is live righteously, and everything will be fine. Live righteously, believe in Allah, That's it.
No, and we have to work. Allah says pray and work.
Yeah.
We have to work towards a goal. We have to have an agenda.
Faith and good works.
And that's what we don't have.
Of course. But what I'm saying is, as an individual, you, as long as you believe in Allah and you live righteously, then there's, you know, it's no thing. We have nothing to fear. You know, there's nothing to fear. But
we know the masses are waiting for their next Messiah.
right. But see, the thing is, like you said, we have to create multiple leaders. We have to help them see the leader within themselves, the savior within themselves. Okay?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Aki.
Surah Asa, Wow Asa. Okay, that whole surah. Very first letter, the letter Wow. That is Allah taking an oath. He swear by time.
Right.
So there's Amalu or Amalu Salih happy.
Right.
The faith and the good works.
Right.
See, so what happens is that we have to have the faith, but then we got to work on that faith.
Right.
You know, but nothing's going to change unless we.
You're absolutely right. He won't change the condition of a people until they attempt to change it themselves.
Right.
So we have to put forth effort first before Allah aids us. I mean, look what happened when Islam first started. You know, it was a small number of Muslims. But look how much it grew. And look at it, you know, today. Go ahead, sister.
It's like a neighborhood, if it's filthy, if everybody swept their steps every day,
There you go.
then it would be a clean community.
Alhamdulillah.
We got to do it. Each family has to implement within their households, and that's how you start to make the
There
change.
you go. Alhamdulillah.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. But how do we, I know everybody's not going to come, I'm talking about all of us that's under the umbrella of Islam. So each one would just teach one in order to get the job done.
See, the thing is that you don't know what plants, what seeds you're planting. You might not even see them come to fruition in your lifetime. But the thing is you have to plant the seeds.
We have to continue to have gatherings like this for our youth, as well as our own.
Right.
Or somebody's going to get something from here that inshallah ta'ala they will implement. It will be in their psyche.
Right.
And if they get this once a year over the next 20 years, inshallah ta'ala, you teach someone to do what you're doing.
Right.
So that it can be done on multiple surfaces,
Right.
for lack of better words. But I think that it starts with you calling Brother James Bilal and getting it into our scouts.
Well,
And then
inshallah,
trying to get our parents to come out as well.
Right.
And continue to educate.
And the whole thing is that we have to be willing to self-reflect and also to question. Okay? That's one of the things. That's why, we're so caught up because we don't question anything. We just accept what people give us sometimes and just leave it like that. And, we can't do that. Not as Muslims, because we're supposed to be thinking Muslims, we're supposed to be intellectuals,
Are you a part of this community?
I mean,
Is this